Keribe. Thank you very much, Biodun, for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Jimmy, for having me.
Yeah, good morning. Well, last week, the Nigerian 2021 and, of course, the Senegalese 2021 securities recorded the lowest yields by 182 basis points. What has been the drivers for this appetite for the papers?
Oh, yes, thank you. I mean, our basket of the sub-Saharan African Eurobonds sort of tracks 7 SSA countries, and we have a combine of about 28 different instruments in this basket. I'm looking at the performance of a basket over the last week. What's somewhat bullish, somewhat strong performance. So average yield of the basket contract 50 basis points to bring the yield to an average of about 9.5% for the week. We pretty much sort of this this strong appetite or this rebounding appetite to the general pickup in economic activities, and of course on the back of the gradual easing of the measures that were earlier adopted to sort of curb the spread of the pandemic. And again, we're seeing a gradual pickup in demand for crude, and all of this combined together, plus the fact that even other commodities that are critical to some African economies, the prices of those commodities also are picking up. All of this combined sort of is driving appetite. However, this does not mean that most SSA countries are out of the woods. As we're well aware, there's still a couple of challenges and headwinds around the capability of this country to earn sufficient revenue on a sustainable base. Again, we still have some of these economies facing debt service issues, which are tied, of course, to still low commodity prices, and I mean, and the ability of government to be able to generate enough revenue to meet up some of these pledges is key at the moment. Again, if we look at the performance of African corporate bond market also in the week that was just ended, the performance also was somewhat positive. So average yield declined by about 33 basis points week on week to contract to about 5.9%. So really, all in all, the performance is just driven by the positive sentiment on the back of the reopening of economies, the pickup in demand for crude, and basically pick up the price of commodities, like I earlier said.
Now, some of these issuers, Nigeria, of course, inclusive, has had the difficulty of settling its foreign investors enough to repatriate their dividends. How do speculative bond investors feel about this?
Yes, we've seen instances even for Nigeria where investors have been very much unable to take out some of their capital, including the returns on some of the investment they've earlier made. And this is pretty much still connected with the fact that commodity prices are down. And so the capacity of the earning capacity for some of these African, sovereigns to earn dollar and meet up with some of their obligations came under significant pressure. For Nigeria, we could see that investors since around March, after the sell-off in March, we had a massive sell-off in March, have struggled to really exit the market. At some point, the total outstanding capital that was supposed to be repatriated was in excess of about $1 billion. And, this really has put investors actually, and we continue to see them sitting on the sidelines. However, it's a market. We have traders in this market, and everybody's looking for opportunities. So even where you've seen these foreign guys able to exit the market, they've been able to repatriate their funds. Some of the trapped funds, they still have to put it to use rather than having it just sitting down lying idle. So some of them have had to put it to use. So the reaction has not been very, impressive or good at first instance. It speaks basically to confidence and low participation in the market. So with poor confidence or low confidence in the ability of some of the African sovereigns to meet up with their obligations, then it means that foreign portfolio investors would really be extra cautious in taking or making new investment decisions. We're likely not going to see any of this a reversal to this trend anytime soon, depending when probably when we see a decent level of growth globally, and then see more clearer economic activity and then we don't see cases of new cases of the coronavirus spreading, which should warrant another level of lockdown.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Biodu.